SIS. Today we are going to talk about one of the very important topic of your UPSC Zoology optional. The topic is about respiration in mollusca, right? So this comes in your unit 1 non-chordate. So we know that non-chordate mollusca is one of your important topic. So first we'll talk about what are the other topics in this phylum which generally come. So in the from the mollusca phylum, there's a one of the very important topic that is your torsion and detorsion. Okay, and other than that, in the mollusca, there are some of the animals or organisms are also mentioned, such as your pila, then laminids, then snails, right? Then unio, of course, unio is with the laminids and such kind of thing. CP also, that's cuttlefish. So today we are going to talk about the respiration and pila. For the reference, of course, I have mentioned the PYQs also that describe the respiratory organ and mechanism of respiration in pila, that is in IS, of course, UPSC 2021, that is in your 15 marks. Okay. Other than this pila, the UNIOP भी question in 2024 and UNIOP in your 2020 and CPR, that is your cuttlefish, उस पे आपका 2024 पे question है and the topic is the same. The topic is your respiration. So overall, we know that except the torsion and the detorsion process, the general characteristics in the classification of mollusca, the respiration in the molluscas is one of the very important process. So if we give a little bit, a kind of introduction in that mollusca respiration. So mollusca, first of all, the second largest phylum after the arthropoda. We know that. And of course, when it is the second largest phylum, we can connect it like that it have the phylum, the organism of this phylum have that diverse habitat. What is the meaning of the diverse habitat? That means they can live on both the marine or the aquatic environment, sorry, the aquatic and the terrestrial environment. In that even aquatic, they live both and both live in the marine or the freshwater forms. Okay. So overall, if we talk about the mollusca's respiration, it is mainly by three method. Okay. The first is the integumentary method, that is your simple skin, with the help of that skin, the very fleshy and very smooth skin, through that the direct exchange of gases takes place with the environment and the inside of the body. The first one. The second one is your branchial or the ctenidium. So when we talk about the torsion or the detorsion process, we talk about the position of the ctenidium. Ctenidium is a true gills in the mollusca. We know that, right? So that actually that also shifts from the posterior to the anterior side. Of course, we will not go to the torsion detorsion process abhi. And after that, what happens? The second type is your branchial or the ctenidium. This kind of respiration occurs when organisms live in that aquatic habitat. Okay, then the third type is your pulmonary or the lung sacs wala. This is generally occur when the organism in the land surface. And also when we talk about the pulmonary respiration in the pila also, these kind of respiration also occurs two ways, when organism also live in the water and also in the land. Okay, so overall these three type of respiration. Now we talk about the pila. So how will you start? Of course, this is the way to talk about that respiration in the pila. So pila, commonly known as the pond snail or the apple snail. This is, of course, we must have seen that in your graduation, this kind of a structure, that's of course in your syllabus. So it is commonly known as pond snail or apple snail. It is a gastropod, the mollusca. They inhabit the freshwater pond and lake. Of course, they live in that freshwater area, that means aquatic. They live most of the time in the water, but can also thrive well on land. This is something it is talking about, that the organism having that both type of respiration, that pulmonary one and the branchial one, or we can say the lungs, through the lungs or through the gills, both. So they are the so they are the really amphibious in nature and exhibit double mode of respiration, that absorb oxygen from water and aquatic respiration and utilize atmospheric air while living on land. So this is the simple structure of the pila, that is apple or snail sutures, then operculum, the nucleus, and then the lines of the growth of rhesus. This is normal structure. Then we talk about the core topic of the core demand of this question, that is came into your 2021. That's the 15 marks, right? So 15 marks ke liye you should have that sufficient content. So first step is your aquatic respiration, that is also called that branchial respiration. This occurs when the snail is submerged in the water or shows that aquatic habitat. Submerged in the water or attached to that aquatic plants or shows the aquatic habitat. So first of all, we talk about that aquatic respiration. It is through the branchial. So the primary organ is the ctenidium or the gills. That is called the true gills. Why I'm mentioning that true gills? Because when we talk about the respiration in mollusca, right? So there are the secondary or the adaptive gills also found, and that's a different story that Annelstill and Serrata or something else. The three types. But Ctenidium are your true gills through which the water is like Ctenidium ka structure. Of course, we'll talk about further. So through the water and all, water is passing through the gills, and there is exchange of gases through the laminar structure and all. So Ctenidia are your true gills. Location kahan hai iski? Where the Ctenidia is actually located in that whole body. In pila, a single Ctenidium is situated on the dorsolateral wall of the branchial or the right chamber of that mental cavity. We know that about the mental cavity. Whenever we talk about the overall body of the mollusca, we talk about that, or the Tarzan puzzles, we talk about that mental cavity, right? Mental cavity where the organs are generally located. Structure. It is a monopectinate gill. You have to remember this word. This is a key term for that respiration in the pila, or the structure of the gills in that pila. What is the meaning of the monopectinate gill? Okay, this is something it's elaborated, but I am telling you. Meaning it has a series of triangular lamella. Okay, जैसे कि okay, in the normal structure, if we talk about the gill is your leaf-like structure in which there's a main central or the axis. Generally, when we talk about this, so this is a main central or axis, and through which this is a kind of lamella are attached. Through the main axis, the lamella are attached. Okay, water is entering through this, and there's exchange of gases takes place. Somewhere you will also see, not in the pila, that gills not this is the bipectinate. That means with the help of, this is your main axis. Okay, so this is your main axis, and this is your lamella. This is it, lamella. So what we can see here, in that kind of a structure, there from the both side lamellas are attached through the main axis, but that is not the monopectinate. But in the pila there's a monopectinate types of gills. That means through that axis. Okay, if you want to see in that 3D imagination, you will show that is a kind of arrangement in that triangular lamella. So the only one side have the attachment of that lamella. This is called that monopectinate. A series of triangular lamella, that is a leaf-like structure attached to the single side, that is something mentioned, single side of the central axis. Now this is your central axis and this is your lamina. Okay, the basal end of the each lamina is attached to the pallial epithelium of the mental wall. We have just mentioned that it is located in that dorsolateral wall of the right chamber of the mental cavity. So lamina का जो structure होता है वो mental wall से connect होता है, and the other end hangs freely in the branchial chamber. Okay, I'll show you, don't worry. In the middle of that gill, the lamellas are large in size. In the middle, like me, that means this kind of arrangement, like this. In the middle of the gill, the lamellas are generally large in size. That means all the structure of the lamella are not equal in shape. ठीक है, मिडिल वन के आपके कैसे होते हैं, लार्जर होते हैं, while it decreases towards the two ends. देखो साइड में इसकी जो साइज है वो क्या हो रही है, डिक्रीज हो रही है. Each lamella is highly vascularized. These lamellas are highly vascularized. That means that they are the richly supplied with that blood or that whatever the body fluid is there, because the actual exchange of gases takes place here only. Okay, vascular, that means filled with the blood vessels to facilitate the gas exchange. Both afferent and efferent blood vessels lying along the axis of the gill supply blood to the lamella through the fine vessels and capillaries. ठीक है, दोनों के थ्रू होता है. The efferent vessels carries oxygenated blood to the heart. So जो आपकी lamellas होती है, they are actually supplied with that both type of that afferent and efferent. Efferent जो हो रही है वो oxygenated blood को from the lamella to the heart ले जा रही है, and from the heart the overall body में आपका blood oxygenated blood supply होगा. So what does that mean? The remaining afferent one is carrying that, having that higher concentration of the CO2, right? So afferent is carrying deoxygenated while the efferent is carrying the oxygenated blood in the respective blood vessels. So this is a simple the structure of that respiration in the pila. So what we say, this is your mental, this is your mental, this is your pulmonary sac. Osphaeridium is a structure found in that pila. What is the significance of the osphaeridium? It is your chemoreceptor. That means it actually tells or signifies, this is a chemoreceptor which actually talk about that or signals that this water is which type of water, or it is oxygenated, deoxygenated. Matlab it overall we can conclude like that, it checks the quality of the water. So suppose sometime when we'll talk about the pulmonary or that lungs wala respiration, we talk about that when the water is, you know, deficient with the oxygen, है ना, it's not good mixed up with the oxygen. So then pila shifted to that another area of the water, or maybe shifted to the land area, है ना. So how they are how they are signaling that the water is less oxygenated or not good for that. So this is occurs through that ऑस्फेरेडियम स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है. सो ये आपका एपिथेलियम है, ये है आपके गिल्स. इफ यू कैन सी, दिस इज योर गिल स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है. ये आपका स्ट्रक्चर है मोनोपेक्टिनेट गिल का. देन ईच एपिथेलियम लेयर कंसिस्ट ऑफ थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ सेल, सीलिएटेड कॉलमनर सेल, नॉन सीलिएटेड कॉलमनर सेल एंड ग्लैंडुलर सेल्स. को भी रहने देते हैं. व्हाट इज द मैकेनिज्म? इनफ्लो. द स्नेल एक्सटेंड्स इट्स लेफ्ट न्यूक्लियर वॉल्स. देखो, अच्छा, दिस इज वन थिंग ऑल्सो. सो ये आपका एक्वेटिक है. Let me just change the color. Okay, this is showing that aquatic type of, and this is showing that, or this is showing that branchial, and this is showing that left. इसमें हम लोग पहले देखते हैं. So what is happening here? The snail extends its left nuchal wall to form a funnel-like respiratory siphon. ठीक है, ये आपका siphon-like structure है. ठीक है, ये इसको extend करता है. Generally it is not like that, but in that aquatic, okay, this is aerial, this is air. So ठीक है, this is your left nuchal wall. ठीक है, इसमें क्या है? It's forming the funnel-like respiration siphon in that left side. Then what happens? Water enters through that left siphon. As we can see, entry of water entering through that left siphon and passes over the osphidium. As we know that this is the structure of the osphidium. ये है आपका in general, this is osphidium. As soon as water enters in that area, so सबसे पहले ये किसके थ्रू कनेक्ट होता है? osphidium के. Osphidium will tell that water is good or not for that oxygenated. That is a sensory organ that tastes the water quality and enters the mental cavity. This is your mental cavity. Then water flows over the gills by the help of that ciliated epithelia. We can see this is your tenidium. We can see this is your tenidium, है ना? This is your mental cavity. Water is entering through this, and then it is passing through that tenidium or that gills. Where is actually tenidium ke through? This is epithelia of the tenidium. The water batches as tenidium. Oxygen diffuses from the water into the blood within the lamella, while CO2 diffuses out. So this is something we have already talked about. This type of arrangement you can see there. So these are the lamella which are actually vascularized or enriched with that blood supply. So as the water entering through that over the cilia, over the lamella, so here the oxygen from the water diffusing inside of that blood or whatever the body fluid, and from the body fluid or the vascularized supply, the oxygen is diffusing out, the CO2 is diffusing out in the water. That is simple. Outflow kya hai? The used water exists throughout that right nuchal lobe. The water is expelled from the mental cavity through the right siphon. देखो यहाँ पे expelled out हो रहा है. So this is your left one, this is your right one. Two fleshy projection over the foot called nuchal lobe form that respiratory siphon during that aquatic respiration in fauna. So ये जो आपके न्यूकल लॉब्स होते हैं, ये स्पेसिफिक काइंड ऑफ आउटग्रोथ भी नहीं बोलेंगे. इवन वी टॉक अबाउट द स्पेसिफिक काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्शन ओवर द फूड that is actually helping in entering and exiting of the water current in that aquatic or even that aerial type of respiration. Simple. So what you have to write? You have to simply write what it is, what is the structure, where it is located, how the water is entering. First it is stationed by the osphidium, then it is passing through that lamella of the tenidium or the gas, where the exchange of gases through the simple diffusion process. That is something you need to mention. Through the simple diffusion process. Simple diffusion matlab the incoming water current has that good amount of oxygen, or the oxygenated supply is very high. So oxygen from that higher concentration of water, it is diffusing in to the lamella or inside of the body, and inside of the body there's a higher concentration of CO2. So CO2 is moving from higher concentration to lower concentration from the body to the water, and reverse manner mein O2 is from the water to the body. That is your higher concentration, the lower concentration by the simple diffusion process. That means do not involve the active energy. ATP ATP कुछ involve नहीं होता है. That's it about your aquatic respiration. Then okay. Then we talk about that aerial respiration or the pulmonary respiration. This occurs when the snail is on the land, or even when the water it inhabits become oxygen poor. If the oxygen concentration of water gets reduced, pila comes out of water and respire by taking in air with the help of that pulmonary sac, a comb-like sense organ called the asperidium closest to the left nuchal lobe helps in that animals to estimate the oxygen concentration in water. Simple, we have already talked about that. Aerial respiration कब होता है? Either when the snail or the is coming on the land, or even when it is living on the land, but Asperidia gives the signal that the water is not very good or not very oxygenated. Then what happens? Aerial respiration or the pulmonary respiration. इसका structure क्या है? Pulmonary organ is the pulmonary sac or the lung. Location क्या है? A closed bag-like structure hanging from the roof or the dorsal wall of the mental cavity. Here we can see like that. देखो, this is your pulmonary sac, this is your opening of the pulmonary sac, this is your overall pulmonary sac. So it is actually hanging like, ठीक है, इसमें ही आपका pulmonary sac मतलब heart development proper show करेगा. That's the auricle, that's the ventricle. ठीक है, pulmonary sac is actually present on the dorsal wall of the mental cavity, ठीक है, or the pulmonary chamber on the left side. Okay, the dorsal wall of the pulmonary sac is highly vascular and helps directly in the gaseous exchange. जो आपका pulmonary sac की wall होती है, because through that the air will enter, air will passing through, so that is very highly vascularized. Similarly, as it was a lamella was a highly vascularized in your aquatic or that tenedial or the branchial respiration. Okay, fine. Structure क्या? It is highly vascularized bag with an opening called that pneumotostome, which can be closed or opened at the regular airflow. Histologically, the sac is composed of the outer epithelial layer, middle muscular and vascular connective tissues layer, and inner endothelial layer. That is the structure. If you have the limited time period, you can avoid this also, but you should mention that location and the type of structure. Mechanism, it takes place in two ways, in water and on the land. Water में क्या है? Pila can respire through the pulmonary sac. We have just seen that pulmonary sac while it remains in the water to inhale the atmospheric air. Listen carefully. It comes to the surface of the water, okay? Then it expands the size of the left nuchal walls, as we can see. ये इसका left nuchal wall है ना, opening siphon के through, है ना. So ये उसको क्या करती है? सरफेस पे आती है और लेफ्ट न्यूकल वॉल की ओपनिंग को, लेफ्ट न्यूकल वॉल को थोड़ा सा साइज उसकी एक्सपैंड करती है, ठीक है, both in the length and the breadth, and rolls up to form that elongated respiratory tube, that is this. और वो रोल करके इसको क्या बनाती है? elongated respiratory tube, because it is on the surface, so from that water surface it just expand that left nuchal wall, that's it. Okay, the outer end of the tube extends beyond the level of water and sucks in air from the atmosphere, while the inner end of the tube comes in contact with that opening of the pulmonary sac. So outer end इसका क्या है? Air के contact में है, और inner end is connected with that pulmonary sac. Of course, because air is entering through that. The alternate contraction and dilation of the mantle wall and the pulmonary sac help in the process of respiration. So जो आपका pulmonary sac है उसका alternate contraction and relaxation के through air is coming, because alternate contraction and relaxation is creating that pressure difference. Okay, so when there's a pressure difference, air is indrawn into that pulmonary sac. When there's a higher pressure, it is passing out through that another sac. That's it. Okay, following the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide from air to the blood vessels of the pulmonary sac and from blood vessel to the air, the expelled air goes out of pulmonary chamber through the respiratory tube. During the exchange, the bronchial chamber remains completely separated from the pulmonary chamber. जब आपका pulmonary chamber हो रहा है तो bronchial chamber will be completely separate. It will not involve, because there is a presence of the taenidia, and taenidia is a kind of the permanent structure present in that pila globosa, of course. So we do not mix up with that bronchial structure or the bronchial respiratory structure with the pulmonary respiratory structure, okay, by that epithenia, okay, which comes in contact with that roof of the mantle. लैंड पे क्या होता है? लैंड पे भी वही है, ड्यूरिंग ड्राई सीजन व्हेन द वाटर लेवल गेट्स रिड्यूस्ड और व्हाइल लिविंग ऑन द लैंड, पायलट डज नॉट यूज एनी रेस्पिरेटरी ट्यूब ऑफ साइफर्स. उसमें कुछ रेस्पिरेटरी यूज नहीं कर रहा है. द पल्मोनरी सैक डायरेक्टली बिकम्स फिल्ड अप विद द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर to facilitate aerial respiration. So what is the difference in the mechanism of that? Even the pulmonary sac, when it is living on the land or when it is living on the water, so when it is living in the water, the left nuchal wall expand and come in directly contact with that air. But when it is living on the land and performing the pulmonary sac, such expanding of the nuchal knobs and something like will not occur. The air directly filled up in that through that pressure difference in that directly pulmonary chamber. That is something mentioned. in the the snail comes, the shell remains closed completely with the help of the operculum, of course, during the time of the estivation when the pila respires with the little amount of stored air kept in the pulmonary sac. देखो, the one thing is here we will talk that जो आपका complete land वाला है ना, it is not very much favorable state because we know that pila generally require the moist area to survive, right? So उस समय वो actually estivation वाले stage में होता है, that means reducing that overall आपकी physiological activities of the body. Okay, hemocyanin dissolved in the plasma act as a respiratory pigment in the pila. Estivation क्या है? During extreme dryness, of course, the pila withdraws into its shell and closing the operculum, the trapdoor. It can remain in state of sleep, estivation of mouth breathing, very slowly using the air trapped within that mental cavity. That's it. So later on mechanism में वही है, regardless of the whether the snail is in the roof of the pulmonary sac is densely packed with a network of the blood vessels, that is the pulmonary plexus. Diffusion होगा oxygen from the inhaled air, oxygen जैसे कि when it was on that water surface, ठीक है. So वहाँ पे still the air was entering through the left nuchal tube, while when it was in the completely land, the air is directly pumping in that pulmonary chamber or the pulmonary sac. That's it. Overall, the exchange of the gases take place. The physiology, the basic mechanism will be the same through the simple diffusion process from the higher concentration to the lower concentration of oxygen from environment to the body and vice versa for that CO. That's it. But the overall mechanism is the same. Oxygen from the inhaled air diffuses through the thin, moist epithelial lining of the sac into the blood. We know that that is vascularized. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide diffuses from the blood into the sac to the expelled. Blood transport क्या है? The oxygenated blood is then carried by the pulmonary vein to the heart, which pumps to the rest of the body. That's it. Significance is क्या? Of course, we know that. Significance is respiration का we know, but amphibious show that amphibious nature. Sorry, pili shows that amphibious nature. So that means it helped in the survival. It is one of that providing the good survival with that evolutionary development. And of course, amphibious flexibility है. Flexibility is it allows pila to survive in stagnant foul water where oxygen levels near the zero. Drought resistance है and energy efficiency है. Drought resistant, this is a key mechanism that allows a snail to survive the estivation period when ponds generally dried up. That's about this is also one of the reason that pila have that diverse habitat, right? So it can live on the land for the some time with the help of the estivation and properly on the water areas too. Energy efficiency क्या है? Of course, with the help of that estivation process, they actually store the energy during that process, है ना? Slow respiration हो जाता है. So aerial respiration provides a higher concentration of oxygen compared to the aquatic respiration, supporting the snail's metabolic needs during active movement on the land. Okay, so this is the overall answer structure. Of course, you can concise it in your words, right? So this is a complete PDF for the respiration in pila. This is important topic as a respiration in the molluscas is the important one of the topic from the molluscas. It has been asked in your PYQs UPSC geology option. Thank you everyone.